this mild 50-degree mid-December night in Detroit, Michigan. The Heat is on FanDuel Sports Network. Tonight, the Heat take on the Detroit Pistons for the third time this season. Each team has won a game at home. The Heat by 6 in late October, and then they lost by 2 points in overtime here in a mid-November heartbreak. We do hope you enjoy every bounce and basket of the rematch right along with us. The Heat come into this game a season best 3 games above 500. They have the longest active winning streak in the Eastern Conference, and in those 4 straight wins, Miami scoring nearly 123 points per game and making over 16 triples a game during the win streak. Welcome inside the Little Caesars Arena. Thank you for joining us for tonight's edition of Monday Night Basketball. You know the point guard, John Crotty. I'm Eric Reed. We've all enjoyed these 4 straight wins over the Lakers, Suns, Cavaliers, and Raptors. And John, right now, the Heat are playing their best stretch of basketball here in season number 37, and the point guard has 3 keys to 4 straight wins.
Yeah, let's start with the phase 1 that I think really jumps off the page, and that's the offense playing faster, sharing the basketball, getting it out in transition, having numbers, using the pass or the dribble to advance the basketball, and just getting quality, easy scores around the rim as a result. Next, it's been disruptive defense, aggressive on the ball, deflections and steals, allowing Miami to get out with numbers in that transition game to score the ball. And then the bench, they've made an impact. Drew Smith, Terry Rozier, Niko Jovic, and Jaime Jaquez Jr. have all given Miami a depth and pop off that bench in that second unit that they've really needed.
John, here are some other Papa John's key ingredients. The 4 straight wins have come by an average of 17.5 points per game. Solid shooting at 52%. 16 made threes a game. And how about this? Plus 9 rebounds a game on the winning streak. Heat are 7-0 this year when they do have a rebound advantage. And of course, John, it does help when you have a hero on your team.
Yeah, Tyler Hero, Miami's most dynamic scorers, in a great rhythm over these last 4 games. 26 points a game, and the percentages that he's shooting at 60 and beyond the arc, such a high level. Had a season high 40 points against this Detroit team back in November. This guy can really get it done. Had 10 threes here during that 40-point explosion.
And Johnny had 18 of those 40 points in the 4th quarter. Tonight, game 3 between these 2 teams. The home team won the first 2. Miami by 8 in late October at home when they held the Pistons to 39% shooting and scored 21 points off turnovers. And you must remember the overtime heartbreaker here on the 12th of November. Despite Hero's 40-point game, the Pistons win in overtime. They controlled the boards, especially on the offensive end through the first 2 games. And John, they were led in both games by their emerging 23-year-old star, Cade Cunningham.
He's a talented player, Cade Cunningham, in his 4th season. He's got great size at 6'6". They're using him as both a playmaker and a shot maker. He can really shoot the basketball out beyond the arc. That's been a big step for him this year at 38%. He's 3rd in assists in the league at over 9 a game. One of the things he does incredibly well is score at the rim using that size and has that vision, but he is turnover prone. If Miami can pressure him, double team him at times, he will turn the basketball over.
That's Detroit center Jalen Duren. He missed the last game with a sprained wrist. He's back tonight. He had 11 rebounds in both games against the Heat. His dunk off an inbounds pass with just over a second left in overtime won it for the Pistons, and hard for Heat fans to forget. On the other side of the ledger, there's Miami center Bam Adebayo. He is the catalyst. 4 straight double-doubles in the 4-game win streak. Heat are 11-3 this year when their 2-time gold medalist strikes NBA gold with double-doubles. And on this mild Monday in the city of Detroit, the Heat will try to extend their winning streak to a 5th straight game. Call now to learn more. By your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by FPL, working for you every single day. Your Lexus starting lineups for the Heat. You see that 8-2 record. Look at those 5 guys. They have been one of the most effective and impactful starting groups this season in the NBA. Jimmy Butler missed the game here in Detroit. He did have 23 points, 7 assists, 4 steals in the Heat victory back in late October against the Pistons. Jimmy is ready to go, playing some of his best basketball this season over the last 10 games. Heat are without Jovic, Larson, and Jay Rich. They're all back home dealing with their respective injuries. Tobias Tobias Harris, he's a guy that averages 14 points per game for them. The veteran out of Tennessee does so many things. His spot in their starting lineup will be assumed by the second-year forward, Asar Thompson. Thompson playing in just his 7th game this year. He'll make his second start. That's the guy that leads their Lexus starting group. Cade Cunningham was the first pick back in the 2021 NBA draft. His 4th-year pro at Oklahoma State. John, 6'6", 220, averages 24 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds a game. This man flirts with triple-doubles nightly.
Yeah, he's a really impressive player. Become a very well-rounded player, too. His ability to shoot the ball with range from 38% from 3 has been a big jump for him and really forced defenses to come out to guard him, and he's been able to get to that drive game. Nice vision, great size at 6'6", to be able to pick apart the defense and throw passes over the top.
Malik Beasley also getting a start tonight for the Pistons. His 8th start this season. He's a sharpshooter. Our officials are Curtis Blair, Andy Nagy, and Inte Wang. Now, this is the late edition of the schedule and an embarrassingly small crowd here at the Little Caesars Arena. Tip controlled by the Heat. Off we go with or without the fans here in Detroit on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. Maybe they're stuck in traffic, John. Who knows? Cade Cunningham matching up against Jimmy Butler. Duncan on the move, gets a step on Hardaway Jr. and the lob broken up. That was a nice defensive play by Thompson. He can run the floor, but he missed on the finish. Duran could not save it in. So, John, right from the opening possession, Miami reminded this a quick, athletic, and fast Pistons club.
Super reactive, too, or the way they were able to get to that lob and then translate it from defense to offense. This team will really play very hard, and they'll play incredibly athletic.
And Asar Thompson starts the night defending Hero. He does switch to Robinson. Hero gets fouled by Tim Hardaway Jr., 12th-year man out of Michigan, the son of Hall of Fame Heat point guard Tim Hardaway Sr.
It's hard to guard Tyler Hero that far from the basket. He's so good with the basketball. Tim Hardaway Jr. Well outside the three-point line, trying to stifle Tyler.
Pistons have lost 3 of their last 4 at home. They're 6 under the 500 mark for the year. That's a triple for Bam. His 23rd 3 of the season. He is knocking them in on a regular basis from downtown.
Well, just, opportunistically look for it. Doesn't have to be a huge part of his arsenal. And right there, they're playing so far off, and he just stepped right into it.
Cunningham pitching out to Beasley. And that's what he does best. Malik Beasley, the 9th-year pro out of Florida State, 93 triples for him.
Yeah, that's a huge part of his game, over 40%. He typically comes off the bench.
Oh, that was bad defense by Thompson, but Hero missed the open three. This is Jalen Duran, the big young fella. Duran in his 3rd season out of Memphis. Thompson. Oh, Hero went down. Shot clock is down to 5. Here's Beasley. Good help by Bam. Beasley stuck it anyway. Well, Malik Beasley with the Pistons' first 5 points of the game.
Yeah, tough pull-up shot there for Beasley. Again, he tends to be their spark coming off the bench, but with some of the injuries they've had with Tobias Harris, he has been inserted into that starting lineup. He's out there really to provide some long-range shooting. This is a pretty poor outside shooting team with the exception of himself and Cunningham.
That's Harris that's out. Also not starting tonight, Jaden Ivey, the 3rd-year point guard out of Purdue. He had been a starter all season. We're 2 minutes in. Pistons with a 2-point lead. Bam surveys it. Makes the contested shot right on Duran.
Great attack by Bam, and that's what he needs to do, move the big man around. He's got the foot speed advantage, face him up, attack him off the dribble.
So Bam has the Heat's first 5 points as Hardaway Jr. drops in a 3. Timmy with 41 triples this year. He's averaging just under 10 points per game for the Pistons. And yes, his dad, Tim Hardaway Sr., is in the building.
Of course. He's streaky out there, Tim Jr. He can make them in bunches.
Duncan driving in, runs into a pack of defense, and Thompson with the takeaway. And he loses it to Bam. And Bam got fouled by the big man, Jalen Duren, his first and the Pistons' third team foul here in the quarter.
I like the persistence by Duncan Robinson. Didn't give up on the ball when he fumbled it and lost it there initially on the slap away. Continues to go after the ball. This extra effort creates the deflection and the finish here by Bam, able to go to the line.
So 3 fouls in 3 minutes on this Detroit team that has struggled recently on the defensive end. And their first-year head coach, J.B. Bickerstaff, who was hired on the 3rd of July, less than 2 weeks after he was let go by the Cleveland Cavaliers. J.B. established himself as a very good coach there, and now he's trying to build something different here, John. Remember the disaster of last season, just 14 wins, the NBA's worst record and second worst home record. They've missed the playoffs and finished under 500 5 straight years. It's a massive job to turn it around.
It really is. And he's a good man for it. But to your point earlier, this team was 6th best defensive rating through the first 15 games. They're holding teams to 110 points or less. Last 11 games, they're 27th and 117 points a game. So they've really fallen off there. That's led to them more losing.
Now, Bam with first 7 points for the Heat as Cade Cunningham gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. That young man, so talented, out of Arlington, Texas. Hero on the move for his first bucket.
Great attack there by Tyler. Those drives will set up his jump shooting game later here as we proceed.
First turnover of the game for Cunningham, and here comes Duncan Robinson. Now Hero sets for the 3. This is Hardaway Jr. with 8.5 minutes left in the first. He'll fire and hit. At 32 years old now, 12 years into his NBA career. He grew up in Miami when his dad was playing for the Heat. Went to Palmetto Senior High. Butler on the glass for 2.
Good hard take there by Jimmy with the right hand. Uses the backboard as well as anybody in the league with the touch.
John, he's so efficient. Fewer shots in his last 11 seasons, yet he's shooting a career high 55%. Fontecchio missed it. Duren smashed it.
Oh, big man Duren. You can't get baited and overcommit on the drives, because the backboard is wide open for that guy to come in with those offensive putbacks.
Pistons have hit 6 of their first 8 shots. Hero down the runway, blocked by Duren. That helps to have a basket protector like Jalen Duren. Cunningham, coast to coast, plus a foul on Duncan Robinson.
And they're saying Duncan is on the restricted line here. N1 opportunity for Cade Cunningham. Great block. That's a late commitment there after Tyler took off. Watch the feet. Ooh, I don't know. Outside that restricted area, he didn't look like he was moving early in the game for Coach Spo to burn a challenge.
But, John, that's what the Pistons do off their defense that time. They're coming downhill as an attacking team led by Cade Cunningham. They have a 6-point lead here in the first quarter as Hero streaks in and finds Bam. Drew Smith, the first sub in for the Heat, finds the cutting Robinson, who rolls it off. And Duren comes down with the Pistons rebound. He's already got 4 boards and a block. Here's Cunningham. Oh, he went right through Drew Smith, and that is not easy to do. 6 early points for Cade Cunningham, and the game's first timeout goes to Miami with the Pistons jumping in front by 8.
Cade Cunningham getting to that spin, using that size, leaning on Drew Smith. Pistons on top by 8.
The trend, the category would be best setup men in the NBA this year. Boy, Trae Young has the Hawks playing well. Young dealing over a dozen assists per game. Niko Jokic, the MVP over and over again, and he's setting up teammates over and over again. Almost 10 assists per game for the most versatile big man in the game. And there's the Pistons, young guard, only 23 years old, Cade Cunningham in his 4th season. John, the guy's gotten better every year. He's already got 12 double-doubles and 5 triple-doubles this year.
Yeah, very talented young man. And this guy right here is turnover prone, though. Averages a league high 4.2 turnovers a game, Cade Cunningham. So want to pressure him, try to double team him at times, and he will cough it up.
Pistons have made 8 of their first 10 shots to open this 8-point lead. Jimmy working against Cunningham. Drew Smith. One on the shot clock for Bam. And Cunningham down with a defensive rebound for the Pistons. So Drew Smith brought in to try to slow down Cunningham. Oh, the cutting Hardaway Jr. bobbled it. Drew Smith with the steal. Well, the Heat turn over the Pistons for the 4th time here in the first quarter. That's Duncan. Kaboom. Duncan Robinson. Three-pointer, number 1 tonight, number 55 this season.
I love how he cleared himself there with that dribble to the left. He's got such a high arc, great wrist action on that foul throw.
Tim Hardaway Jr. missing from downtown. Bam, clears the glass for the Heat. So Drew Smith, John, not only getting big minutes, he's getting some of the game's most important minutes through this winning streak.
Just does a lot of positive things without having to touch the ball a long period of time.
Hero off glass for 2 more. John, his touch on the move is so good.
That is a hard shot, ladies and gentlemen, with a 7-footer. Duran lurking around as a shot blocker. You're going full tilt. Tyler able to stop right on the button there and put something up soft with that left hand.
Thompson rings up a triple. That's Asar Thompson. Started 38 games last year, and then his season ended with blood clots. Shut him down last year in the first part of this year. The Pistons in front by 6. Drew Smith will fire a 3. And bury it. Drew Smith, that's his 11th three-pointer this season.
Great.
This is his 11th game of the season.
Had to come over to Jimmy. Jimmy got stuck up against that sideline, or the end line there. He's got to be careful about over-penetrating against this athletic team and getting pinned on that baseline.
That's one dribble sidestep for Hardaway Jr., but Hero comes down with it. Going against Simone Fontecchio. Here's Duncan. They left him alone. That's a dangerous game to play with a shooter as good as Robinson.
Wow, they were fortunate there. Miscommunication breakdown defensively.
Fontecchio's pass picked off by Bam Adebayo. The pitch for Hero, and off the pump fake, he'll get busy. For the cutting Butler for the dunk. And there you see the decision-making process for Tyler Hero, finding Butler a chance at a 3-point play.
That's an excellent pass from the perimeter there by Tyler Hero. His decision-making continues to be so high level. Look at the ball fake, no look. Finds Jimmy cutting, and there's the contact. Duran late trying to get to that shot blocking opportunity, and Butler already on top of the basket with the 2-hand crush.
That is the 2nd personal foul on Jalen Duran. He's going to come out of the game for Isaiah Stewart. J.B. Bickerstaff will make that move with 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Duncan Robinson will sit for the Heat. Jaime Jaquez Jr. comes in for Miami. And Kevin Love has replaced Bam. Jimmy Butler. In the win streak, John, he's shooting 59% in the last 4 games.
It's just amazing how efficient he is in getting to that free throw line as well.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff wants a timeout for the Pistons. Miami was down by 6. I have reduced that deficit to a single digit. Loves what Drew Smith has brought to the Heat this year.
And just his instincts are so good. He's making the right play every time. Right read on the offensive end. Tough, hard-nosed defense on the defensive end. Picking up one of the best perimeter players always and pressuring that ball.
Malik Beasley knocks in that 3. Beasley already with 8 points. He's tripled twice. Beasley has made all 3 of his shots.
Yeah, he's a catch-and-shoot guy out there beyond the arc. Got to close to him. Anticipate that he's going to take a shot even if you're on him with the hand in his face.
Nice cut by Butler. He lost Cunningham but could not finish it. He does get it back. Hero surrounded with a shot clock at 4. That's Love. And here comes Asar Thompson. He's got Fontecchio ahead with him. Oh my! He hung on the rim, and it's going to be a late blocking foul against Drew Smith.
Wow. That was skywalking, but I thought Smith had some decent position. We're going to take another look here. This is serious skywalking. Smith has the absolute position there, too. Coach Spo questioning the call here. He was not in the circle. Boy, Thompson, a high flyer.
Sorry, Thompson, 5th pick in the 2023 NBA draft. Him and his brother, Amen Thompson, first 2 brothers to go in the top 5 of an NBA draft in NBA history. Remember, they're both from Oakland, California. They left Oakland and came to high school at Pinecrest in South Florida. They both left after their junior year of high school to join Overtime Elite. Now they're both in the NBA. Amen playing really well for the Houston Rockets. 5-point lead for the Pistons. Jaquez gave up the 3, drives in, and cashes in. Jaquez reading defense, going to the strong part of his game.
Beautiful seam opened up for him, and he just is such a good straight line driver, able to get all the way using that left hand.
Beasley threw it right into the seats. That's the 5th turnover in the quarter on the Pistons. Changes for both teams. Terry Rozier comes in for Miami. Cade Cunningham and Asari Thompson sit for the Pistons. Marcus Sasser is in for Detroit, and so is Ron Holland, a 19-year-old rookie out of Duncanville, Texas, who's coming off his best game of the season. There he is, had a 26-point game last Thursday against the Celtics. A 3-point Pistons lead. Here comes Jimmy. Oh, he found a wide-open Drew Smith for a layup. 5 points for Smith, and the probing, one of the highest IQ players to ever play for the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Butler getting downhill. 4 assists for Jimmy already, finding Drew Smith.
A nice driving shot made by the 23-year-old Isaiah Stewart. Comes off their bench, backs up Duren. He's a good backup center.
Yeah, has great energy. Always rebounds the ball so effectively for them coming off that bench.
That's a rare Butler turnover. Ron Holland coast to coast. And Holland could not control it. Here comes Jaquez. Butler makes the catch. Deep in the corner. Kaboom. 10th three-pointer of the season for Butler. He has 7 first-quarter points to go along with his 4 assists.
Quick pitch ahead by Jaime Jaquez Jr. Getting Jimmy Butler that comfy corner triple.
Ties the game at 28. That's Holland, who unties it quickly. Ron Holland only shooting 20% from downtown this year. Just 12-3 of his rookie season. This is Jaquez. Posting up on Holland, ducking in. And Holland pulls him down. And we're going to get a jump ball. Well, Ron Holland showing you some toughness on the defensive end. Not easy to defend Jaquez with all those low post moves.
No, Jaquez had a good, strong move here. Looked like he just lost control of the ball off his left hand. Yeah, on the replay you can see it. And then gets tied up. Holland and Jaquez Jr. are going to jump this one up.
Shot clock is at 9 if the Heat control. Minute 54 left, first quarter. Holland at 6'8". Jaquez at 6'6", and the Pistons win the tip. This is Marcus Sasser, second-year guard out of Houston. Isaiah Stewart posting Love. And missing on the jump hook, and a good defensive board for Kevin Love. 3-point Pistons lead. Love against Fontecchio. Gets deep and gets 2.
Power game right there, taking Fontecchio to the woodshed. Kevin Love right there. Good strong move on the interior.
How about 16 paint points for the Heat in this quarter? Stewart gets 2 in the paint. Isaiah Stewart out of Rochester, New York's McQuaid Jesuit High School. A 3-point Pistons lead with under a minute left in the quarter. Jaquez brought the ball with him and had it wiped out by Stewart. It's a goaltend. Jaime Jaquez with the ball handling and the spin move for his second bucket. Heat within a point. They have trailed by as much as 8 in this first quarter. Pistons have made 13 of their 19 shots. That's 68% first quarter shooting for Detroit. Here's Beasley on a pullout. And Butler pulls it down. Jimmy Butler attempting his second 3 here in the first quarter.
It's a 2-for-1 opportunity for Miami. A quick shot, 10-second differential. We'll give them one more possession.
Now Sasser on the handle, Drew Smith defending. 5 on the shot clock. Stewart threw it too high. Over the head of Holland. That's 6 first quarter turnovers for Detroit.
Yeah, that's a big Achilles heel of this team. They really turn the basketball over at a high level, and it just shoots them in the foot, something Coach J.B. Bickerstaff has acknowledged and says they're trying to work on. But, you know, those really deflate you. 6 turnovers right now. Miami's been able to score 9 points off those turnovers.
Pistons, a team that has lost 4 of their last 5 games. Love missing that good-looking throw. Here comes Asar Thompson. That's Sasser, and from behind, Rozier able to poke it out of bounds. Good transition defense, and you better have your transition defense ready to go against this speedy and young Pistons team. A 1/10 of a second left in the quarter, and that'll end the first quarter. Good offensive period for both teams. Pistons shoot 65%. The Heat get 7 points from Jimmy and Bam. Here's a good look at your item of the game tonight. Buy one, get one, 50% off Heat Culture jerseys and shorts. Now's a great time to give the gift of Heat during the holiday season. Scan the QR code to purchase and join the crew. Crowdy and Reed stimulating the economy, as we would say, at the Miami Heat store at Kaseya Center.
Look at that. Good representation right there.
Always. Motor City with plenty of members of Heat Nation. The moon over Miami. Hey guys, you're on TV. Get off the phone. Welcome back here at the Little Caesars Arena, sparsely filled. We start the second quarter with Miami trailing. Adebayo with the rebound, with the Heat trailing by a point, 33-32. Duncan on a pull-up. And the rebound comes down to Isaiah Stewart. So the Pistons in the first quarter, turnover prone, but they shot really well. They were 6 of 8 from downtown. And each team taking their turn, giving it back to the other. Well, he's going with Rozier, Highsmith, Jaquez, Adebayo, and Robinson to start the second quarter. Pistons have Beasley, Holland, Stewart, Cunningham, and Fontecchio. Heat 3 games above 500, 5th place right now in the East. Ron Holland, Duncan gets over the screen. Stewart for 3. And Highsmith coming down to help his teammate.
Great gang rebound there. All 3 red jerseys around that ball.
Duncan using the pump fake to get free, but missing the 3. Well, Robinson just 1 for 5 to start the game from downtown. Jaquez sticking with Cunningham. Out to Beasley, dangerous shooter.
Well, he's just getting way too much space out there. Terry Rozier got lost on defense trying to help on Cunningham, and Beasley able to slip loose. He's already converted 3 for 3 beyond the arc.
Has 11 points in 11 minutes. He started the game tonight for them. By the way, Jaden Ivey, who has been a starter in their backcourt, a late scratch with a sore knee. Just got word from the Pistons PR staff about that. This is Beasley, bottled up by Duncan Robinson. He draws the foul, and right now, his former Florida State Seminole out of Alpharetta, Georgia, he is lighting up the Heat here in the first half. Robinson picks up the foul. That's number 2 on Duncan. We can get free throws for the Pistons. Malik Beasley, and a word from Starry.
Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
John Beasley was the 19th pick in the 2016 NBA draft. Spent his first 3.5 years with Denver, then 3 years with the Timberwolves, a season with Utah, a little bit of time with the Lakers, and then last year with the Bucks. He's on his second straight one-year deal. He's a pretty good player to have bounced around that much.
Yeah, I think this has been a real good fit for him. He's become more consistent as an outside shooter, and I think that's what's allowing him to perform at this level. He typically comes off the bench. He's been one of the best bench shooters this season thus far. Pressed into that starting lineup here with some of the injuries that Detroit's experienced.
Soft shooting touch for Bam Adebayo. He's been quietly efficient tonight with 9 points. The Heat trailing by 4 as Stewart goes to work in the low post. This is Holland. Now Fontecchio. Blocked by Jaquez, but a foul on Hyman. His first, the Heat's second foul of the quarter. Mentioned that the Heat are 5th in the East. John, it's so tightly packed. Miami is 0.5 of a percentage point ahead of the Bucks. Both Miami and Milwaukee a game ahead of Atlanta and a game and a half behind both the Magic and the Knicks. So 3 through 6 and 7, tightly packed. That's why every game has significance. Pistons, on the other hand, 11th in the East. They're a half game behind Brooklyn at number 10, and I mention that because remember, top 10. You're a top 10 team. You are a play-in team, and the Pistons would certainly like a little bit of that. Fontecchio getting his first 2 points, the native of Italy, in his 3rd NBA season. Pistons with a 6-point lead. Rozier, nice pitch for Jaquez. Oh, he needs a 3 to drop. He is thirsty from three-point land right now. Fontecchio, line drive home run. Well, Fontecchio, a little 5-point spring for him, and the Pistons increase their lead to 9. This is their biggest lead of the game at 43-34. Rozier rejected by Isaiah Stewart. This is Cunningham, stripped, and looks like they're going to get Highsmith on a reach-in.
Stewart down. It looked like he was grabbing that left knee on the collision. He's looking to try to get up right now.
That does not look good for Isaiah.
Aggressive attack here by Terry Rozier. And there's the contact. Looked like he hyperextended that left knee a bit.
Yes.
Really
appeared
came
to buckle
down on it and buckled. Yeah. Walking off, which is a good sign, but not good going to the locker room.
Isaiah Stewart, guy that started 45 games last year. He started 4 games this season, averages 6 points, 6 rebounds a game, and he comes out for Jalen Duren. The Pistons have opened up a 10-point lead 3 minutes into the second quarter. And who's going to get this ball? Andy Nagy says Pistons keep it. Another look at what happened to Stewart here from up above.
Watch the left leg on when it comes back down to the ground. Right there.
Oh.
That is not the way your knee's supposed to go.
Isaiah, we feel your pain, brother. Jaquez with a steal of Cunningham's inbound pass. That's 7 Detroit turnovers. Holland getting back on the defensive end. But Kate Cunningham, couple of turnovers tonight. Cunningham, Trae Young, and James Harden. I'll tell you what they have in common. 2 things. All skilled, highly skilled offensive players. They commit the most turnovers per game in the league. All 3 of them at 4.6 a night. Now, some of it comes from high usage, but nobody wants a turnover number that high. Hero, maneuver. That's Rozier. And bam, hunts it down. Highsmith finds Jaquez, and the foul. Jaquez finding the basket. He'll go to the stripe with 6 points.
That's a great cut from the top of the key. Haywood Highsmith couldn't make the first pass. You're going to see Bam dive cut here. Here comes Highsmith on the rebound opportunity from Bam. And Jaquez from the top of the circle right down the gut. And that's just perfect timing and really unselfish. Miami's done that very well. They've made the extra pass. They've spread the floor and cut to the open areas.
Cohesive and efficient so far, the Heat. 11 assists on their first 15 scores. Already 20 points in the paint. And Jaquez does complete the 3-point play. He's had a couple good games already against the Pistons this year, having another one tonight. Heat are down by 7. Jaquez with 7. Rozier switches off to Cade Cunningham. Oh, the Heat actually in a 2-3 zone defense right now. Cunningham from the top knocks it in.
So comfortable out there with range. High pick and roll action. Got to close up much closer to him. Very comfortable out there as a 38% three-point shooter.
That's his first triple tonight. He has 9 points. 10-point lead again for Detroit. That's foul on Asar Thompson. That'll be his second. And that's the second team foul in the quarter on the Pistons. You know, they're greatly improved at 10-16. Through 26 games last year, John, they were 2-24. They went through a 28-game losing streak last year. Here's Hero driving in on Thompson to strip the ball clean. That's a great takeaway by young Thompson. Going coast to coast, but no finish. That's frustrating for that young man. Here's Rozier on the move. And it's an offensive foul on Terry. Tim Hardaway Jr. learned to play the game in South Florida, watching his dad in the Heat. That's a solid play by Jr.
I like the hard take and the push ahead here by Tyler, but Terry's got to pull up and shoot that bank shot there. Got a little too aggressive going to the basket. Tim Hardaway Jr. really good read and had the angle there to draw the charge.
Remember the last time we were here, he took that hard fall, hurt his head, missed a couple games. We ran into him before the game. He says he's fine now. Oh, a throwaway there by Thompson. Here comes Jaquez with Cunningham. And that's pretty good transition defense by Cunningham. Jaquez got trapped under the rim. And what do we have here? A turnover on the Pistons for a double dribble. The 9 first-half turnovers for the Pistons. Heat with 12 points off the 9 turnovers. Pistons have not scored a single point off Miami's 4 turnovers. So check that box for the Heat. Yet Miami's down by 10. Heat only have 5 points in the quarter. Bam, under duress. That's a forced shot that he missed. Here comes Cunningham on the lob, and Thompson slams it through. Eric Spoelstra knows that is the Pistons at their best. He takes a timeout to slow their roll. Detroit with its biggest lead of the first half.
Cade Cunningham leading the break, and Thompson finishing it well. That wing cuts hard, super athletic. Detroit right now on the run, 11-2 as they're closing this quarter. Points right now in the fast break game. One dribble after the pass and the pitch ahead to Thompson. They are getting down quick and beating Miami back down the floor. There are all-around performers. Touch on Cade Cunningham, what he's been able to do both scoring, assisting, and rebounding with some of the best in the association.
They talk about him in Detroit like we talk about Tyler Hero in Miami. A guy that deserves to be an Eastern Conference All-Star, but those wing perimeter spots coveted, especially in the East.
Yeah, so competitive with that group. A lot of candidates.
By the way, a 16-5 run to open this second quarter by the Pistons. The Heat just 2 of 11 from the field in this quarter. They've missed all 4 of their threes in the quarter. Drew Smith tries one. And Duran comes down with a rebound. The Heat need some answers on both ends of the floor right now because they're giving up 63% shooting on this end.
I'd love to see some stops, and I'd like to see the team get Tyler the ball in some positions he can score. Thompson's done a really good job one-on-one, and Tyler has not been able to get anything coming off a screen or create any space. It's really been him having to try to create everything on his own.
Scored 40 when we were here last in mid-November. 18 of those 40 came in the fourth quarter when he tripled 6 times. Seemed like he had the game won until it went the other way. 12-point Detroit lead. 6.5 to play here in the second quarter. That's Sasser. Yikes. Marcus Sasser. Only his 15th triple of his second season. His first points tonight. It extends the Pistons' lead to 15 now. 52-37.
Another double teaming Jimmy Butler in the post as well.
Hero knocks in a 3. That was much needed for Tyler. His 97th triple this season, and he extends his streak to 58 consecutive games with at least 1 splash. That gives him the second longest 3-point shooting streak in Heat history, trailing only Duncan Robinson.
That was a 34-footer he had to shoot, though. That's how hard it's been for Tyler to get an open shot. That is serious range.
Heat forcing the Pistons into a 10th first-half turnover. Bam got to try to rescue it. Could not. Thompson and Bam continue to scrap. Drew Smith to the floor. Bam with a deflection. What a sequence. And then a foul on Drew Smith. Got 2 teams here in this Monday night, mid-December, playing their hearts out right now.
Boy, going down to the floor. Bam, if he doesn't do that, it's a runaway layup for Thompson. It's a crazy sequence here. Both teams playing hard. Bam makes this play, otherwise Thompson runs away. Smith on the ground.
Sounds like an NBA version of a fumble recovery for the Pistons as Drew Smith picks up the foul. For Smith, his first foul of the game. Actually, second foul on Drew Smith. Rozier and Adebayo leave the lineup. Kevin Love is back in, so is Highsmith and Butler with 5:37 left here in the second quarter. Heat trailing by 12. They were down by 15 a moment ago. Young Asar Thompson operating against Highsmith looks smooth. 7 points for this former Broward County co-player of the year with his twin brother Amen. They did that together at Pinecrest, where they won the Class 4A state championship. Oh, Drew Smith missed on the move. Butler able to tip it home. 9 points for Jimmy. Drew Smith locking in on Marcus Sasser. Now Durant off the jump hook on Hero. Missed it twice. And Highsmith reels it in. Butler in the post on Beasley, draws the foul. And maybe before the shot, the foul is on Beasley, his second of the game. Check it, his first of the game.
Jimmy, very underrated as a rebounder. Averages 5 a game, but gets on that offensive board in traffic. Right hand tip in there. In the quick attack mode here, draws the foul. They're going to wave it off and say it's not a shooting foul. He wasn't gathered in the act of shooting. It'll be side out Miami.
Third team foul on the Pistons. Jimmy Butler. This is Caleb, and Butler has it back. Oh, manipulating his way through the defense. Jimmy Butler with 2 straight scores. He has 11, the Heat within 10.
Good hard drive by Jimmy. Rejected the screen there, went on his own to the baseline.
Oh, Beasley got away with steps there. Butler knocked it free. He knocked it right out of the hands of Beasley. The 11th Detroit turnover. See what it turns into. Butler gets fouled. And the Heat will parade to the free throw stripe here off some really solid Heat defense.
Getting disruptive is what this Heat defense has done. 11 turnovers now, but this is Jimmy on the offensive end. Rejects the screen, little Euro step all the way through to the rim. And then active hands here. Look at this, able to get to the body and draw the foul again. Butler has taken only 1 free throw. These will be his second and third.
He's had 2 straight games with 8 free throw attempts. Jimmy ranks 4th in the NBA this year, averages 7.5 free throw attempts per game. He's in the top 20 in field goal percentage. Just something that goes relatively unnoticed for him. 10th best assist turnover ratio in the league. Almost 3.3 to 1. 3.3 assists to every 1 turnover.
It's amazing. There are the attempts on your screen, and you know that is something that really gets you points every night when you're struggling to score. But he is truly one of the most efficient players in the league, particularly as a star, because most of the stars in this league shoot a lot of shots and take a lot of bad shots.
He's only taken 11 shots a game this year.
He's been really efficient in getting that line.
Bad fall for Highsmith. Hardaway Jr. missing the triple. Durant colliding with Love, and look out below. He almost brought the basket down. Mighty Jalen Durant. Here's Hero for 3. Cunningham comes back for the Pistons. Look out, Holland on the reverse. 5 points for Holland. The Pistons lead is back to 12. They got 14 fast break points in this half. Jimmy powering his way back to the free throw stripe. Butler 6 straight points for Miami. He's earning every one of them.
Cade Cunningham on the break and looking right over top of the defense, finds that cutter, and that's Holland from the left side. And this is why he's 3rd in the league in assists. He's got great vision. I think that size at 6'6" helps him really see over top a lot of defenders. He's got 8 assists already here in the first half. Averages just over 9 a game.
Tim Hardaway Jr. picking up his third foul. He will come out of the game for Marcus Sasser. And Jimmy Butler, last 10 games, 21 points on 61% shooting. He's only committed 8 fouls, John, in the last 10 games. Guy is so physical and so smart, such a unique set of skills for Jimmy Butler now in his 14th NBA season, his 6th with the Heat. He's a 6-time All-Star and constantly reminds you with his play how good he is.
Good offensive foul call there. Duren had a handful of Kevin Love jersey on that push off there. Love to see a replay of that. Just look at him contesting. Watch the right hand of Duren just grabbing Kevin Love's jersey. That is a big, strong, physical dude at 6'10", 250 pounds. But he's going to sit down right now with his 3rd personal foul.
And in comes Paul Reed, who's had a very interesting last couple of days for the Pistons. They waived him 2 days ago. They re-signed him before the game. Butler, he's binging here in the quarter. Jimmy Butler got 17 points on 6 of 8 shooting. He has 10 points here in the second quarter. He's down 8. That's Sasser. Short. And the rebound of Love. Butler sparking a Miami comeback here. Didn't get the foul that time. Here comes Cunningham. Nice pass. Reed maneuvers and misses. And Love looking deep for Butler. That's a Heat touchdown. Jimmy Butler with a 12-point quarter and a 19-point half.
How about that vision, though? And just the knowledge that Jimmy would be open right away because he was late getting back. Kevin Love with that quick pass makes an easy 2 points for Jimmy Butler.
Just over 2 minutes left in the half. A wraparound pass by Beasley, picked off by Butler, and that's the 13th Pistons turnover. Miami right now on a 12-4 run. They're within 6 points. Here comes Drew Smith. Put on the brakes, sets up his man Kevin Love for the layup. Love gets his second score. Miami is within 4 points. What a run, a 14-4 answer-back run by Miami, led by Jimmy Butler, who's done everything, including a touchdown reception here in the Motor City. Thank you, guys. Amy, Isaiah Stewart done for the night. That hyperextended left knee will sit him out for the rest of this game. And Miami right now on the move. A 14-4 run. 12 of the 14 points in the run scored by Jimmy Butler. So puts more on the plate for former Philadelphia 76er Paul Reed, who's originally from Orlando, went to high school in Apopka, Florida. He spent the first 4 years of his career with the 76ers. They waived him in July. He got released in a salary cap transaction a day or two ago, and then they re-signed him today. The topsy-turvy world for some in the NBA.
Yeah, it really is. I like what he brings to the game, and they need him tonight with Stewart out now with a hyperextended left knee. They need somebody else in that front court to provide some depth. He's also got some quickness and is not as big and strong as Duren.
Drew Smith with a shot clock down to 5. Butler in a tangle right there with young Marcus Sasser. And this looks like it's foul on Sasser, number 1 on him. Pistons are over the limit, and guess who's going back to the stripe for his 6th and 7th free throws of the half. Jimmy with a very engaging 12-point quarter, a 19-point first half for him.
Yeah, this has been a huge half for him, and he'd have needed every bit of it, but Tyler not having his typically explosive first half. He's only got 7 points, and Duncan Robinson 1 for 5 shooting, so needed some firepower along with Highsmith, who hasn't taken a shot yet in that starting lineup. It's really been Jimmy Butler and Bam.
You say it, and Jimmy Butler feels it and plays it that way. He knows his team needs him to be a scorer tonight, so that's what he's doing. A 21-point first half for Butler. 14 of those 21 in this quarter. Miami down by 4, minute 18 left in the half. Paul Reed looking for a dribble handoff. Now dumps it for Fontecchio. 6 on the shot clock. Sar Thompson came flying through the barn door for that one.
He is maybe the most athletic player on the court right now. This guy is flying around. Wow, what a cut and finish.
Only 21 years old. Apparently already has his pilot's license. Looked like an astronaut. Looked like one of those drones been flying around, John. Here's Highsmith out of the corner. A rainbow triple for Haywood Highsmith. That's Haywood's first score of the night on his first field goal attempt of the game. And it cuts the deficit to 3. 33 seconds left in the half. Fontecchio, step back 20-footer. No. And Butler with a rebound for the Heat. Jimmy, 21 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Shot clock down to 7 for Bam. Now it's in the hands of Jimmy. Bam for 3. And Drew Smith with a reach-in foul. Drew Smith picking up that late foul. It's going to be his 3rd foul here at the end of the half.
Oh, and that's a tough one because the Heat are in the bonus. You see Coach Spo, and it's going to put Detroit on the line for 2. And he can't believe it. Here's the long shot at the end of the shot clock. And good active attack there by Drew Smith. And looked like he got all ball there with that left-hand reach-in.
John, Sar Thompson showing glimpses of why the Pistons took him with a 5th pick in the 2023 draft. Unique set of brothers. A Sar with the Pistons, a man with the Rockets. 2 young guys making some early and positive impressions at the start of their NBA careers.
It's interesting. He's as athletic as he is. He's, to me, in my limited scope of seeing him, he's much more confident on the defensive side of the floor to me, and just running the floor. Really looks like he's not totally in control of his offensive game yet, and as athletic as he is, not sure how to use it with his skill set as of yet, but so young, as you referenced earlier.
John, you know, it's funny. A lot of teams shy away from drafting a guy that stays in college 4 years and comes out at 22 or 23. The patience it takes when you draft a 19-year-old, I mean, probably going to have to wait 2 or 3 years before that player matures to a way that he can really help you. So either way, it's you make your best guess on who you think can help you. Just under 3 seconds left in the half, and the Butler. Will he get it off? He did. And almost made it. Jimmy Butler with a 21-point first half, including 14 in the second quarter, where the Heat fell behind by 15. The Miami battled back behind Butler's 21 first half points. We got ourselves a tight one halfway through here in the Motor City, with the Pistons ahead of the Heat by 4. They gave up 63 points on 58% shooting of the Pistons through the first 2 quarters. Detroit overcame 13 turnovers. You know how? They went 10 of 15 from 3. Eric Reed with the point guard John Crotty. Cade Cunningham, their budding all-star guard, had an all-star caliber first half.
Yeah, he really did. Really controlled the basketball well, got them into offense, and really got them out in transition to use his size when he could. Had 10 points. 4 for 4 from the field, so really efficient play. Love his ability to handle the ball and create. Had 8 assists, and that's where Detroit really was able to pull ahead. His ability to orchestrate most of these shots, whether it was in transition or in their half-court game, the players really reading him, and he played efficiently. Only 2 turnovers for him, along with those 8 assists. So that is a tough guy to guard in Cade Cunningham.
Malik Beasley, 3 of 3 from downtown. Asar Thompson, his highest scoring game of his abbreviated second season in the NBA, only his 7th game. For Jimmy Butler, his highest scoring first half of the season. Jimmy had a 21-point second half earlier this year in a loss to the Sacramento Kings. Butler scored 14 of those 21 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I love how Jimmy not only scored, he had 5 assists, 0 turnovers. So solid floor game along with that offensive production.
Asar Thompson skywalking again, so 13 points for him now. Yeah. Previous high was a 9-point game against Philadelphia. He got to slow these guys down on the defensive end. The Pistons with a 6-point lead as we get rolling here in the third quarter. On a mild winter night in Detroit, a 40-degree night as Hero lost the ball. Cunningham on a hit ahead. Thompson on a throwdown. A shaky way for the Heat to start this second half. 2 straight scores for Asar Thompson in between a Heat turnover.
Yeah, just too easy, too. They're getting right to the basket. Points in the paint right now, and along with those 10 3 balls, that is not a good sign for Miami. They've got to take care and manage the basketball.
Asar Thompson picking up his 3rd foul. John, I'll tell you where the game is being determined right now. I think in the backcourt, Beasley and Cunningham have combined for 23 points. Hero and Robinson, just 10 points. Tyler held to 7 first-half points. They both were 1 of 4 from downtown in the first 2 quarters. They need to get on track. Miami trailing by 8, a minute into the third. Duncan coming baseline. Highsmith's pass deflected. Hero has it with 3 to shoot. In and out. And Duren comes down with a rebound for Jalen Duren. That's his 9th rebound tonight. Timmy Hardaway flipping it back. Beasley flipping it up and in. An uncanny shooter's Malik Beasley has 16 points. He's knocked in all 4 of his triples.
Yeah, it's got a super quick release. As soon as it touches his hands, it's up.
Jimmy Butler from the corner. In and out. That's his 3rd 3-point attempt tonight. He's made 1 of them. Here comes Beasley. And Highsmith quickly to the rebound. Highsmith, nobody going to stop him. He's going to take it all the way in, but it's a traveling violation on Hayward.
Yeah, got caught in between. Looked like he was going to pull up and shoot a jumper. Kind of dragged that pivot foot and tried to get inside of Cade Cunningham there.
Miami down by 11.
Kind of settle down this offense right now here in the third quarter.
First 7 points of the quarter for the Pistons. Here's Cunningham. Highsmith tight on him. Great help by Payne, but it left Duren free. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. 9 straight Piston points to open up the second half.
Using that height inside is both Cunningham with the up and under extra step, and then Duren, the big power man, inside. And Pistons off to the better start here in the third quarter.
All in all, Hoopers ages 7 to 17. It's Junior Heat Winter Camp. It returns for only $350. This 3-day camp will be held at Slam, Miami, and Cooper City High School on January 2nd through January 4th from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Scan the QR code to sign up today. Coach Tony Fiorentino will teach your kid basketball skills and life's basic fundamentals. It's all good, folks. Now the Pistons with the first 9 points here in the third quarter. That's not good. The Heat are down by 13 with 9.5 minutes left in this third quarter. It has been difficult for the Heat on both ends of the floor tonight. Jimmy thinking about 3. Shot clock was winding down, and he was fortunate to draw a foul. That's aggravating for Pistons head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Duren picks up his 4th foul as the shot clock was about to run out.
Driving kick opportunity, and Duren again reaching in with those hands. He's getting caught far from the basket, and on the ball fake and drive, Duren just put that hand in, and he's going to have to sit down. That's a loss for Detroit to have to sit that big man down. He just provides such a physical presence on both ends of the floor in the paint.
So Jimmy Butler going to get 2 free throws tonight, numbers 8 and 9 in the game. By the way, our crew chief tonight is Curtis Player, 17-year veteran NBA official, guy who keeps himself in great shape. Looks like he could still play the game, which he once did at the University of Richmond, where he was in the same backcourt as current Cleveland Cavaliers coach Kenny Atkinson. You went against those guys.
Oh, yeah, man. We used to beat them up. In the Richmond Times-Dispatch, Coach Dick Tarrant and those two guys in the backcourt, and our UVA Cavaliers, we used to match up with those guys. The NBA world and the basketball world, as we talk about all the time, it's so small. Yeah, and it's amazing. And I love catching up with both Curtis and Kenny Atkinson anytime I can. Great memories battling those guys.
Curtis Blair, who still lives in the Richmond area. Butler with the 2 free throws cuts the deficit to 11. Jimmy has 23 points. He's 8 of 9 at the stripe. That's a defensive rebound for Butler, and here they come. Hero in transition. Get up. Tyler Hero cannot find it from 3. He's 1 for 6. Holland with a left hand. Ron Holland. Boy, when you let the Pistons fly, they take advantage. They're ahead by 13. 74-61. Highsmith sits up. Oh, they beat just cold from 3. 6 out of 24 as a team. Cade Cunningham, he already has a double-double. 10 points, 12 assists, only 2 turnovers. Cunningham rejected by Penn. He just slammed the door on Cade Cunningham. Jimmy pumping with Beasley, takes him to the paint, and he coughed it up. Here comes Tim Hardaway. Beasley just put on the brakes, now drives in, and from behind, Highsmith knocked it free. But he never gave up on the play. Haywood Highsmith got beat by a step and recovered. A great lesson for young players. You might get beat initially. You could get yourself back into the play if you hustle. 4 minutes into the third quarter, Hero trying to get himself going. That helps. The bucket and the foul on Beasley. Tyler Hero. That's his 9th point of the game.
Gets inside Beasley, who's reaching, and then the push on the back. But the change of pace there by Tyler, and able to draw that foul and get the ball up, give it a chance and one. It has not been easy for Tyler, but maybe this can get him going, this 3-point play. He's 4 for 11 now from the field, including 1 of 6 beyond the arc.
10-point Detroit lead. He's going to need some more scoring for Tyler Hero. He's used to upping the volume when the game gets tight and the game gets late. Cross court to Beasley for a 3. That guy is something else. Malik Beasley, 5 of 6 from downtown tonight. He has 19 points. He had a 21-point game. The last time these clubs met was held with 3 points when he missed 11 of his 12 shots in the late October game in Miami. Streaky shooting. Nice pass. Bam could not put it in after the crafty Hero feed. Drew Smith finds Butler underneath, but he's surrounded. 6 on the shot clock. Drew Smith gets in, but an offensive foul. And John, that's the second charge of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s taken tonight.
Definitely picking up spot. Let's watch this, make sure he's not outside that restricted area. Ooh, that right heel close on that line.
That was close.
Yeah, couldn't quite see again on that one, but
Drew Smith picking up his 4th foul. He'll come out for Terry Rozier. You know, not against the Heat, don't get me wrong, would never root against the Heat, but you find yourself always rooting for Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the Hall of Fame Heat point guard, whose jersey hangs on the rafters, one of the retired numbers for Miami. Cunningham on the post against Bam, bottled him up. Here's Beasley. In the Paul Reed, he'll fire with 2 on the shot clock. First field goal tonight for Reed, who has 4 points off the Pistons bench. They're in front by 15.
That was a very good defensive possession with multiple efforts there up until that tough Reed shot.
Hero from way outside. And the rebound comes to Thompson. Hero slipped in getting back on defense. Hardaway Jr. driving on Rozier, muscles his way in, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Rozier, who got hit right in the face.
Boy, oh boy, he took that right in the nose. Timmy leading with that right shoulder. Watch this contact right here. Boom, right there. Hit him right in the face. That is just insult to injury when you're a player and you take that kind of shot and then they call a foul on you like you fouled them with your face.
Wow. Beasley out. Malik Beasley, 19 points, 5 of their 12 threes. Let's pause for a message from Doral Kia.
Doral Kia is loaded with over 500 new Kia models in stock now. Test drive a new 25 Kia Sportage today. Doral Kia. Drive for less. Drive Doral.
Fontecchio into the game. Replacing Beasley, so it's Cunningham, Fontecchio, Hardaway, Reed, and Thompson for the Pistons. A 15-point, now a 16-point lead for Detroit. This is their biggest lead of the game. Bam Adebayo with just over 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Turns for the hook and hits. 11 points tonight for Bam.
Need to get Bam reactivated going to the basket too. That's a good, strong move by him, getting into the paint with the right-hand hook.
Well, Miami finds itself down by 14. Cunningham, nice pitch for a Thompson dunk. And John Cade Cunningham is carving up the Heat with his playmaking. Has 14 assists now. Asar Thompson with 17 points. A miss by Rozier, but a whistle, and Terry will go to the strike. But the Heat are down by 16.
Cade Cunningham, the vision again on display here. Going right and look at the fire to the left to find that athletic Thompson, who has been finishing on top of the rim with regularity. He's got 17 points on 7 of 9 shooting for the Pistons.
Tim Hardaway just picked up his 4th foul. T-Row to the stripe with the Heat down big number. Challenge unsuccessful, as explained to us by Curtis Blair. Rozier will get his 2 free throws after. But Miami down, John, 82-66. They've been outscored 19-7 in this quarter. Heat missing 7 of their first 9 shots on the quarter. The Pistons defense, which has struggled recently, has played really well tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Miami came out very flat. Didn't bring the same energy to start the game that they did in the third. And the Pistons on the other side came out much more locked in defensively. They were the more aggressive team, and it's really yielded results here in the third quarter with them taking this lead.
It's a Pistons team that lost last Thursday at Boston by 24, 123-99. They dropped 4 of their last 5 games. Miami came cruising in with a 4-game winning streak, beating the Lakers, Suns, Cavaliers, and Raptors all in a row, all at home. The Heat got some road issues they got to solve now. They've lost 3 of their last 4 on the road. Those free throws by Rozier, and he did get both, were his first 2 points of the game. Miami needs everything to click. They're down by 14 with 5.5 left here in the third quarter. Cade Cunningham, 10 points, 14 assists. And Butler has the rebound for the Heat. 23 points, 8 boards, 5 assists for Jimmy. He needs some help. Butler on the high post against Fontecchio. Leans in, and it rolls off. Right to Rozier. Jaquez for 3. Jaime Jaquez getting good shots, but he's struggling. He's 3 for his last 25 from downtown. Well, that's over a 14-game stretch of really rough luck with his 3-point shooting. He'd stay behind by 14. They've missed 20 of their 26 triples. Cunningham knocks one in. A triple for Cade Cunningham.
Very well balanced. Had Miami's best defender on him, and Bam Adebayo, and able to get to that left hand and create enough space on the pullback to unleash that triple.
Now Miami's down by 17. The biggest lead of the game for the Pistons. Shot clock down to 7 for the Heat.
He's getting regularly into give it to Jimmy and watch him right now, as opposed to getting to that ball movement. It's just hard to rely on him to have to score in every possession. And Got to get back to running hard, cutting hard, and really moving that ball.
Heat offense been stagnant. The defense just not quite up to par tonight for Miami. Sasser on the move. Missed tip by Paul Reed. And here comes Tyler Hero. That's 1 for 7 with his three-point shooting tonight. Gets tangled up with Sasser and taken down for the turnover. And Jimmy Butler, that's terrific hustle by the Heat veteran to get back and circumvent any Piston fast break.
Tyler looked like he got grabbed on that right arm there. But this has been a scrappy defensive effort, particularly in the second half by the Pistons.
Pistons had 13 turnovers in the first half. They haven't committed one here in the third quarter. Detroit shooting 57%, and here's the real bang. 13 out of 19 from three-point line. This is a team that came in ranked 16th in the league in three-point percentage. And it comes, that's Beasley for the cutting Reed, who scores easily. 6 points for Paul Reed, and the Pistons lead it by 19 now, 87-68. Terry Rozier maneuvering a step back three. Kaboom. Rozier, first field goal of the game for Terry. Just 41st triple this season. Well, he'd have some coming back to do, trailing by 16. Just over 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Beasley with Hero reaching in. Oh, was in the cookie jar and pulled it away. And Sasser triples. Marcus Sasser getting more minutes tonight in the absence of Jaden Ivey, and that's his second triple of the game, and a score there for Butler and a foul.
Quick advance pass down the floor, and Butler is just beelining right to the rim like a fullback, knocking the defender right out of the way. Had the angle on Beasley, takes him with the shoulder. Here's the pitch ahead, and here's the deliverable right there. That knocked Paul Reed, right out of the way, and one opportunity on the continuation.
I love it when you use football.
Look, it rubs off.
Well applied, by the way.
Yeah, Jimmy hits that gap, and he makes it happen.
Got in the town to watch the end of the Detroit Lions Buffalo Bills game last night. What a game. Both teams scored in the 40s. The Bills prevailed. Heat trailing by 16. That's a Beasley three, and again he strikes gold. 6 of 7 from downtown. Malik Beasley with 22 points. He's tripled 3 times in this quarter, and the Heat again trailing by 19.
Yeah, this is a team that averages 13 made threes for an entire game. They've got 15 already, so they are getting a tremendous performance, and Malik Beasley is the reason why. 6 of 7 now from beyond the arc. He's got 22 points to lead the Pistons.
Sasser picks up the foul. Malik Beasley, one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, came into the game with 92. He's got 6 more, so that gives him 98. He is 1 ahead of Tyler Hero in 3rd place among all NBA three-point shooters. By the way, Tyler did extend his three-point streak tonight with his 1 splash. 58 straight games for him. He's chasing the record that his teammate Duncan Robinson holds of 69 consecutive games. Duncan did that between February of 2021 and November of 2021. Marquez makes both free throws. 9 points for Hyman. He trailing by 17 is that man again. This time he bricked it off the glass. And here comes Jimmy off his 8th rebound. Actually his 9th, and we get a score on Duncan's 3. Duncan Robinson, he needed that splash. His 2nd 3 of the game, and the Heat are within 14.
6 assists for Jimmy Butler on the pitch ahead. Duncan getting to that corner, and need him to continue to be active out there looking for that triple.
Threes can bring you back, so can your defense. Butler with the steal. Here they come, the gang in red. Kevin Love, rejected from behind by young Ron Holland, the 19-year-old rookie out of Duncanville, Texas. Fontecchio. And Kevin Love looking deep for Jimmy. A long lead. He gets there. And ran out of space. 10th Heat turnover.
Boy, a pitch ahead there, and Jimmy Butler trying to hang on and tippy-toeing, and just gets that heel on the line. And that delay of game there, they call is the second one on Miami, so it'll be a technical against the Heat. And free throw here for the Detroit Pistons.
And for Malik Beasley, who's having a feast tonight at the Heat's expense. His second big game against Miami this year. In the Pistons' overtime win, he had 21 points, went 5 of 11 from 3. Tonight, 23 points, and he's gone 6 of 8 from downtown. We told you earlier, originally from Alpharetta, Georgia, played 1 year for Leonard Hamilton at Florida State, averaged 15 points per game as a Seminole freshman. The Heat find themselves 15 points behind with 1:12 left here in the third quarter. Sasser to his left. Now Holland down the middle finds Fontecchio. Good challenge by Jaquez. Fontecchio gets it back and draws a foul on Kevin Love. Right at the summit, Love with the body foul, and Fontecchio feeling it. First foul on Kevin Love. Actually, second on Love, second team foul on Miami. Well, Simone Fontecchio. He had a 10-point game the last time these clubs met. Has 5 in this one.
He's got a big scratch above that left eye. I think it was actually Duncan Robinson came down with his sneaker right on his face.
You can see that mark. That left a mark.
Sure did.
Heat are off after tonight until their Friday night big game matchup against Oklahoma City, team with the best record in the West. The Thunder 20-5. They'll play for the NBA Cup tomorrow night in Vegas against the Milwaukee Bucks. Then the big weekend continues for the Heat. Saturday night will be in Orlando against the Magic. Jaquez breaks through with a gorgeous right-hand slam.
Bruising attack there by Jaquez. Getting on top of the basket with that one-hand pike.
That was impressive for Jaime. He has 11 points in his 14 minutes. Miami down by 15 though. Sasser. This is Holland. Gets by Love. And was fouled by Jaquez.
Jaime Jaquez Jr. getting a step on Beasley, and then look out. Hard physical attack there. Getting on top of the basket.
Former UCLA Bruin Jaime Jaquez won the Lute Olson Award as the nation's best college forward a couple seasons ago. Went to the Final Four in 2021. Played all 4 collegiate years in Westwood, California for UCLA. So did Kevin Love, by the way. A revered place. What a beautiful campus. A great basketball tradition. Bam sits. 11 points tonight. 6 rebounds for Adebayo. Well, Heat going to need one of their best fourth quarters of the season to try to rescue this game tonight. Ron Holland with a couple of free throws. He's got 9 points.
Remember the last time it was Tyler who brought the Heat back in the fourth quarter here.
That's right. Only to lose in overtime. Jaquez missed the spinner. Rebound comes down to Asari Thompson. Looking deep, but Rozier gets back for the steal. 15th Detroit turnover. Only 2 in this quarter. Jimmy with a runway. Sets up Rozier for the wing 3, and the rebound comes down to Asari Thompson, and that will end the third quarter. Well, the Pistons with 57% shooting through 3 quarters. They get 23 points from Beasley, who has tripled 6 times. TV timeout powered by your South Florida Ford dealers. Here's Starry's 3-point feature on the most prolific 3-point shooters in the NBA this season. Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves, Peyton Pritchard of the Celtics, the only 2 with over 100 threes, but Malik Beasley, who has tripled 6 times tonight, he's about ready to join Club 100 himself. Meanwhile, John, for the Heat, Tyler Hero, who's averaging over 24 points a game this season, tonight just 11 points on 1 of 7 shooting from downtown. The Heat going to need some of his best stuff, and they're going to need one of their best fourth quarters of the season to erase their 16-point deficit. Jaquez, Adebayo, Robinson, Drew Smith, and Terry Rozier start the quarter for the Heat. Jaquez flipping it up and in. Jaime Jaquez finding consistent success going to the basket tonight. He has 13 points.
When they play him tight, it works to his favor because he's so good getting to the defender's body and sealing him and being able to finish at the basket with those bruising hard drives.
Heat have switched to a 2-3 zone defense. Drew Smith comes away with a steal at the top of that zone. Jaquez for the cutting Rozier. He puts it in. Terry Rozier and the Heat defense sparking a resurgence.
Great opportunity. This defense just dogging the ball handler and getting in the passing lanes. 2-3 matchup zone here.
All right, Jaquez, third straight really good game with double-figure points against the Pistons this year for Jaime. Shot clock at 5. Cunningham missing the 3. Rozier with a rebound. You could feel the energy beginning to change. Rozier spinning. Bam, as the trailer finds Jaquez. Would not go in for it. Fontecchio with a rebound. When Jaime starts making that three-point shot, he's going to be a terror out there for the Heat. Cunningham off the dribble, draws the foul on Jaquez up in there.
Yeah, he was holding Duran there.
Third on
Jaquez. Couldn't roll to the basket. He side out Detroit.
Holland out for the Pistons. Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jalen Duran, Simone Fontecchio, and Cade Cunningham. The Pistons 5. A 12-point Detroit lead. Duran dumps it. Fontecchio scores. Heat defense caught watching.
Just too easy there. Wow.
9 points for Fontecchio.
Can't overcommit and leave Fontecchio wide open under the basket.
Duncan for 3. He is really struggling with a three-point shooting. 8 out of 31. That's 26%. We're a couple minutes into the fourth quarter. Fontecchio trying to escape the defense, turns it over. Bam with the steal. Oh, Hardaway steals it back, and here comes Beasley. Bam giving chase. Beasley making sure. Timeout Heat. Beasley with 25 trying to slam the door close on Miami. A 16-point Pistons lead with 9:42 to play.
Active hands creating the steal, and Beasley out ahead of the field. Pistons on top by 16.
Miami Heat and the Oklahoma City Thunder coming up on Friday night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the best players in the NBA, over 30 points per game. OKC will take that 20-5 record into the NBA Cup final tomorrow night in Vegas against the Bucks. It'll be a treat to watch. They are the best defensive team in the NBA this year. That's Friday night's challenge. Right now, the Heat have their hands full here with the Pistons as Robinson hits an important 3 for the Heat. He's got 9 points. I say important because the Heat need every point they can get, trailing by 13 with just over 9 minutes left.
Yeah, coming off the baseline there, Duncan getting that down screen allowed him to get that open 3.
Duran puts it in and draws a foul. Jalen Duran counter-punching Miami underneath.
Yeah, they're going right inside to that big man. Here's the hesitation and the two-man game. Bam having to leave Duran to guard Cade Cunningham as he went off that high pick and roll, and that allowed Duran to catch and finish inside. Big man's got 8 points and 10 boards.
First foul on Bam. Jalen Duran will go to the stripe as Sasser replaces Fontecchio. I'll give the Pistons credit. They're without 2 starters tonight. Tobias Harris and Jaden Ivey, both out with injuries. They lost a 3rd contributor in Isaiah Stewart, and John, it hasn't mattered to them. They have led comfortably for most of this second half. Right now, it's a 16-point Detroit lead with 9 minutes to play. Drew Smith. Here's Rozier off the Adebayo screen. And Duran grabs another rebound for Detroit. That's his 11th rebound. They have pounded the Heat on the glass tonight, 41-27. John, another 3 for Cunningham. A very familiar script the Pistons are following. Cade Cunningham is leading them, and John, they are controlling the glass for the 3rd straight time this year against the Heat. I mean, it came in the first 2 outings. They out-rebounded Miami by a total of 23. And tonight they've out-rebounded the Heat by 15. Here's Beasley. And the rebound to Rozier. Just 8:05 to play as Rozier flips it up and draws the foul. Terry got pushed and he went flying into the basket support. Well, Rozier will get a couple of free throws. Marcus Sasser picking up his second foul. Let's pause for a message while we can from FPL.
There's something about the people of Florida that makes us go the extra mile. FPL, working for you every single day.
So Terry Rozier hitting the first end of the 2-shot situation. The 30-year-old Rozier. You know, John, it's interesting. In his 9 games off the bench, he's averaging 11 minutes per game in the 4th quarter. So he's not starting, but he is finishing more games than not. Terry's rebounded the ball well. His offense a little quiet the last few games. Rozier for the season at just under 12 points a game. Tonight he has 9. Robinson on the bench with 9. Jaquez on the bench with 13. Tyler Hero just checking back in. The Heat down by 17 with just under 8 minutes left. Jimmy Butler also back in the game. Eric Spoelstra not giving in. His team not giving in. They're digging in. Plenty of time left. Time is not the issue yet. They've allowed Detroit to basically navigate offensively without much disturbance. They're shooting 58% from the field, and they're 59% from 3. 16 out of 27. That's Hardaway. And that's Terry Rozier. He has been rebounding the ball effectively for Miami.
Good defense by Tyler Hero on Tim Jr. too. Contesting that shot. Need more of that closing out this game. There's just very little room for error with this deficit.
Drew Smith dials the right number again. Finds Bam for the baseline slam.
There you go.
13 points for Bam. A timeout for the Pistons. Miami trying to... It's his 10th game this year with over 20 points. Got 25. He's made 6 of his 9 threes. Reading Cry, courtside view of this 107-92 Pistons lead. We got 7:10 left in the game. Sar Thompson got there, but missed on the flip. Bam comes away with his 7th rebound. Tyler Hero. It has been an unusually quiet evening for him. 4 of 13 shooting, 1 out of 8 from 3, only 10 points. That's 14 under what he averages. Cunningham had a poke from behind out of bounds. But Beasley with 25, but John, it's hard not to be impressed with Cade Cunningham. Plays a mature game. 16 points, 15 assists. This young man, only 23 years old.
Yeah, I give him credit because he's really trying to get his teammates involved. He's trying to make the winning play right now instead of just trying to score. And he is, as a result, been able to get them some really quality shots.
Jimmy Butler with his 10th rebound, giving him his 2nd double-double of the season. Hero will pull up from mid-range and a splash. Any score is welcome on a night like Hero's having just 12 points.
Well, he's been really been contested and defended outside the arc, so he had to get inside with the quick catch and go, pull up with that right hand dribble, and they need threes right now. You can't be exchanging baskets right now with Detroit.
They need better defense. They have been too giving tonight. Sar Thompson, his best game of the year by far, with 19 points. Thompson also with 7 rebounds. Hero stepping to the paint. That's 4 points in a row for Tyler.
Good aggressive attacks by Tyler on back-to-back possessions.
We're under 6 minutes left in the game. That's Beasley again and again.
He is locked in. I mean, just coming off that down screen there. Got that ultra quick release.
He got season high 28 points as Butler tipped it home. 28 points for Jimmy Butler. Well, Butler flirting with his first triple-double of the year, but so far it's Malik Beasley's night. 28 points and 7 triples for Beasley. The Heat are down by 14, just over 5 minutes left. Cunningham missing on the 3, and Rozier hustles to the rebound. There's still enough time. Yeah, it's going to be a foul on the Pistons. And Asar Thompson having a conversation with Curtis Blair. Thompson going to pick up the foul.
That's his 4th personal with the push. And I think he's been an excellent perimeter defender today. Really made it difficult for Tyler Hero in particular to create space to operate on the offensive end.
Quickly in the Rozier. Maneuvering past Beasley. And I think he stepped out of bounds. Oh.
Calling for a hook.
Yes.
That offhand. Terry Rozier right here. Watch the left hand right there. Hooking the leg to get around Beasley.
Good call by Inte Wang. Illegal maneuver by Rozier with 5 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. This is Paul Reed, former DePaul Blue Demon. Cunningham. Another nice pass. That's Thompson, who misses on the 3. Reed with the offensive rebound and a defensive foul against Miami.
Boy,
Drew Smith going to pick up that foul.
Yeah, he's close to fouling out right now. He's been active, getting his money's worth in their active hands.
4:40 left here in the 4th quarter. A 14-point deficit for Miami. Cunningham against Hero. Hero poked it free. Here comes Drew Smith. Oh, he ran out of room, but a blocking foul on Tim Hardaway Jr., who's already drawn 2 charges here in the game. He wanted number 3.
Drew Smith able to skip a little bit to the right here. To his right, and Tim Hardaway Jr. leaning to the left, and that's why he's picking up that charge. 2 shots here for Drew Smith.
5th foul on Tim Hardaway Jr. All grown up, the age of 32. So Drew Smith to the stripe. Scored all 5 of his points tonight back in the 1st quarter. But again, John, we're seeing Smith and Rozier. I think they played the entire 4th quarter again in this game. Drew Smith, 4 straight games with all 12 minutes of the 4th quarter coming in. Rozier, I told you already, 11 minutes per game in the 4th quarter in his 9 games off the bench this year. Now Smith makes them both. It's a 12-point Pistons lead with 4:20 left. Not undoable. Cunningham back the other way, runs into a stonewall defender, and bam, we get a double team, and it's going to be, looks like Heat ball.
No, it's a timeout. J.B. Bickerstaff called a timeout. And he's arguing that there were a foul, but they had him trapped right up against the sideline there. Cade Cunningham making a poor decision to dribble the basketball over to the wing area, and what a clamp job here. And bailed out by his coach, who called timeout.
See that QR code? Scan it, and you can register right now for a day filled with fitness, fun, and giving back with Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra. Coach Spo trying to help his team find a way. They're down by a dozen with 4:09 remaining here in the 4th quarter on a night where the Pistons have had it their way. 55% shooting and 17 triples on 55% three-point shooting for Detroit. Cross court to Thompson against the Heat zone. It's Hardaway. And the rebound comes down to Hero. By the way, the 17 threes for the Pistons. Ties their 5th most in a game this year. Here's Hero. Heave-ho. That's a forced shot against some very good Asar Thompson defense. John, you got to give Thompson a lot of credit for the difficult night Hero's out.
No, he's played excellent defense, and that athleticism is the reason why he's able to stay like glue close to Tyler, who's really good at creating separation for most defenders.
Oh, pretty lean-in move by Cunningham, but he missed the layup. Jimmy Butler having one of his better statistical games. 28 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and going back to the stripe for 2 shots. So Jimmy Butler. Rebounds are a season high. Sorry, Thompson picking up his 5th foul.
Jimmy just bully balled him, took him down low and leaned on him.
I cannot make out that chant. Butler at the stripe with 3:18 left on the clock. Jimmy Butler, 28 points, 12 boards, 7 assists, 9 of 11 free throw shooting. Butler also 4 steals in the game. Butler with 29, but Miami down by 11 with 3:14 remaining and the clock moving. Got to be perfect down the stretch for the Heat. Perfect. Hardaway Jr. Now Fontecchio. And that helps. Turnover gives the ball back to Miami. The 19th Detroit turnover of this game.
It's amazing. They're in the lead with that many turnovers. Miami scored 22 points off those 19 turnovers.
Not only in the lead, a double-digit lead with 19 turnovers. Oh, the rainbow by Tyler Hero. Could the boy wonder do it again? He's got 17 points. 7 here in the 4th quarter. It's an 8-point game.
He is ignitable.
2:40 to play. Cunningham probing for the 15-footer. He missed it. Butler with his 13th rebound. A score here could really make it interesting. And they get it on a Butler 8th assist to the cutting Rozier. Oh, the Heat down by 6. It's 112 to 106.
This is just great ball movement. Finding Tyler for the triple. And all of a sudden, on the next play, Terry Rozier able to get to the rim and beat right back in this here with 2:24 to go.
A 21 to a
screen to get Tyler the open triple. And then look at the dive cut and Terry Rozier from Jimmy Butler cutting this lead to 6. And there's some restlessness here in this building and momentum shifted. You can see the concern on the Pistons coach's faces there calling that timeout.
John, it's 25 to 15 Miami here in the 4th quarter. They will press full court. Oh, Pistons break it easily. Down to 2:18 to play. Beasley operating against Rozier. Drew Smith on Cunningham with 6 on the shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. Cunningham double. Beasley unloads. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation. John, I think the Pistons are feeling the pressure of the game tightening and a Heat defense toughening.
Well, a much better job also by the Heat right there, confusing the Pistons. They tried to play off the double team. Cade Cunningham waited too long to pass out of that double team.
Under 2 minutes left in the game. Key possession, a Hero 3. Got it! Tyler Hero. A 10-point 4th quarter. A 20-point game, and the Heat trail by only 3. It's a 21-5 Miami run.
Is he clutch or what? Wow.
What a delivery by Hero. Here's Cunningham with a shot clock down to 6. Thompson with a foot on the 3-point line. He missed it. And Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat could tie it with a 3. A minute 18 left.
He picked up his dribble. Go to work, Jimmy.
Jimmy against Hardaway. Barreling in and scoring. Jimmy Butler now with 31 points. It's a 1-point game. A 23-5 run for Miami. It's 112 to 111. Here's Cunningham, dogged by Drew Smith. Look at that defense. Butler doubled. They knock the ball free and take it away with 54 seconds left in the game. Back in the hands of Jimmy. Gets by Thompson. Hero fakes it. Now fires. Oh, short. Butler gets the rebound. 40 seconds left in the game. Gets by Durham to the basket for the flip. He missed it and no foul. Eric Spoelstra can't believe it. He thought Butler drew the foul. Now you need a defense and a rebound. 25 seconds left. Pistons with a 1-point lead in the ball. 5 on the shot clock for Cunningham. 3 to shoot. Cunningham off the spin, runs into Smith, and it's a tripping foul on Drew Smith. Oh, the Heat thought they had the stop. Drew Smith fouls out on that play.
Crazy action here on the crossover. Active. I thought Tyler had it. And Drew Smith trying to come over and help here on the spin move. Dangerous spin move going into the middle of the floor. And a blocking foul called. There'll be 2 shots here for Cade Cunningham.
Drew Smith fouls out on that play. Smith, 31 minutes, 7 points, and a couple of assists. Got to put Cunningham at the stripe, John, for 2 shots. He's 1 for 3 at the line tonight, and is a 79% free throw shooter. The Pistons up by 1. But even if he makes both, the Heat will be only down by 3. Kevin Love checks in for the Heat. Fontecchio replaces Hardaway for the Pistons.
Heat have 2 timeouts. The Pistons have 0 timeouts left here. So Coach Spoelstra will most likely opt to call a timeout to have the maximum amount of seconds to be able to advance the ball to the front court.
Cunningham makes both. Timeout Miami. They'll get the ball. Down by 3 with 11.5 seconds left, and that's what this game will come down to.
Wow, that's just an amazing comeback again. Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler tag team in this comeback.
Well, John, now the Pistons have a decision to make. Do you just defend, or do you take a foul and give up 2 free throws?
To me, the foul to me would make sense. She's solid, and then if you see someone getting anywhere near taking the shot, you foul. But right now, I think you got to put the ball in Tyler Hero's hands. Look for the triple if you can. You just don't have a ton of time left. You do have an extra timeout. So you still have 1 timeout left. So there is, if you could get a quick 2, you may gamble on that and then look to pick up full court and again go for a steal because you got that extra timeout.
Remember, Tyler Hero had 10 points through 3 quarters. He has scored 10 points here in the 4th quarter, including 2 of his 3 triples. The Heat need a triple to tie the game on a night where they're shooting 29% from downtown.
And just being aggressive, looking for the 3 here could force Detroit into a foul and a 3-shot foul.
Pistons don't have any timeouts left. The Heat have 1 left. So the Heat will have Hero, Rozier, Robinson, Adebayo, and Butler. Hero will inbound.
Watch Tyler coming right back to the ball when he passes it to Jimmy Butler to come back to get it.
Down by 3, trying to send the game to overtime. In the Jimmy. Looking back for Tyler. Can't get it there. Now he does. He'll fire. And hit! He hit it to tie the game at 1:14 with 5.1 seconds left. No timeouts for the Pistons. Cunningham from half court. Missed it. For the 2nd straight visit to Detroit, the Heat and Pistons will go to overtime. Tyler Hero delivering 10 points through 3 quarters. He scores 13 points in the 4th quarter, including the 3 to give us an extra 5 minutes.
Unbelievable. Knew they were going to come back to him. Jimmy finding him on the dribble handoff. And Tyler comes through again. They tried to run a double screen for him going away from the ball. He cuts back and gets the ball from Jimmy. May have gotten fouled on this shot too. on the landing. That is just amazing concentration and confidence. Holy moly, Tyler Hero, 23 points now on 4 of 13 beyond the arc.
The Heat closed the fourth quarter, John, on an 18-2 run. So Miami gets 23 points from Hero, a 31-point, 15-rebound, 9-assist game so far for Jimmy Butler. 5 extra minutes waiting for us here in Detroit on FanDuel Sports Network. Tyler Hero tonight with 4 triples, 23 points. 3 of those triples came in the fourth quarter. Well, the Heat battled back from 16 down in the fourth quarter. They were down by 19 twice late in the third quarter. No quit for the Heat, and there's Tyler's dad sitting courtside, and no longer any use for the seat. They're standing here in Detroit.
He was hopping up and down watching his son convert a couple of those triples there in the fourth.
He wasn't the only one, John. What a re-jump. They're going to play 5 extra minutes. Looks like the Heat are going to get possession. A hold on the jump ball for the Pistons. So Miami opening this 5-minute overtime with a lineup of Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo. Pistons with Cunningham, Duren, Thompson, Hardaway, and Beasley.
Can't go into the backcourt here. Whoa, Terry Rozier getting close there on that inbounds catch.
Rozier with 11 points in the game. Oh, Bam bobbled it and lost it. Turnover on their first possession of the overtime. Cunningham. Oh, excellent defense by Rozier. Cunningham underneath missed it. Another miss inside, and Butler gets that. By the way, Jimmy Butler having a magnificent game tonight. 31 points. His second highest scoring game of the year. A season high 14 rebounds with 9 assists and 4 steals.
I love the stay with itness here on the Miami side. This was crazy loose ball, making multiple efforts to come down with it.
So season high in rebounds and assists for Butler tonight. Rozier lobbing, Bam putting it in off glass. Nice setup by Terry Rozier. Bam with 15 points, and the Heat take their first lead in a long time. Miami was down at the half by 4. They did not lead in the second half. And the ball knocked out of bounds off the Pistons. The Heat will get it back with 4:04 left in overtime.
Yeah, this young Pistons team just looks really dejected right now with some of these decisions they're making. Ball goes right off of Thompson out of bounds. Moment could be too big right there for them. 21 Piston turnovers have ignited the let's go Heat chance here in Detroit. Rozier pulled back 20-footer. Bounces off to Jalen Duren. 15 rebounds tonight for Duren. So Butler and Duren both with 15 boards. That's Beasley. He missed it. And Jimmy, the chairman of the board in Miami tonight. What a game for Jimmy. Dominating game. He's an assist away from a triple-double. Butler maneuvering in. Another 2 points for Jimmy. He's tied his season high now with 33 points. The Heat are ahead by 4. Found the seam, able to attack there around the bigger Duren.
Beasley finally missed one, and Butler with his 17th rebound tonight.
Boy, what a momentum shift. Nothing going right for the Pistons here. Jimmy just seemingly grabbing every board.
Under 3 minutes left here in overtime. Butler swings it out for Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Duncan passed Hardaway all the way home. Duncan Robinson with 11 points. The Heat have taken a 6-point lead here in Detroit with 2:49 left in overtime. Timeout to a team that really needs one. The Pistons got to recalibrate. Pistons on their heels right now. Butler's face and the way he plays says it all right now. Yeah. Confident, in control.
And look, as many minutes right now, they're all tired. Jimmy's leading the Heat right now with 41 minutes. But he's got enough in the tank to finish this one. This has been an amazing comeback. And this young Pistons team right now struggling Coach J.B. Bickerstaff trying to steady them and run something out of this timeout to be effective.
Detroit hasn't made a field goal since the 5:05 mark of the fourth quarter. Beasley with a brick, and Hero with a rebound. The Heat in firm control right now. They have outscored the Pistons here in overtime, 6-0. They ended the fourth quarter on an 18-2 run. Do the math. It's the Heat pouring it on at the right time. Rozier for Duncan. 6 to shoot. Duncan on the run for 2.
Give him the runner. Duncan Robinson getting run off the 3, no problem.
8-0 Miami in the overtime until that Hardaway 3. 10 points for Junior. Miami in front, 122 to 117. Just under 2 minutes left in overtime. Look out. Butler against Ron Holland finds Hero open for a triple. Oh, he may have aimed that one a little too strong.
May have been too open there.
Here's Cunningham. Hero's 3 in the closing seconds force the overtime. Hardaway, another triple for him. Back-to-back 3 balls for Tim Hardaway Jr. as senior looks on. It's a 2-point Heat lead, still an adventure with 1:35 left in overtime.
Kate Cunningham finding the hot shooter after making a one on the previous possession. Tim Hardaway Jr. stepping up for his 4th triple.
Fourth quarter deficit at about the 9:42 mark. Tyler Hero with a 13-point fourth quarter, 23-point game. Jimmy Butler with one of the best games he's ever played in the Heat uniform. 33 points, 17 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and not a single turnover in his 43 immaculate minutes. But John, the Heat need a score here. They're only up by 2 with 1:32 left in overtime. Another crucial possession in this long battle. Hero against Holland to the basket and out to Ben with 10 on the shot clock. Duncan back to Ben. 7 to shoot. Hero forces it up. And airballed it. Not a good possession. Hardaway Jr. Oh my! He gives the Pistons a 1-point lead. He's tripled 3 times in a row here in overtime. What an incredible game. A minute 10 left now in overtime. The Heat need a score. Well, the air ball forced by Tyler Hero at one end, and then Hardaway feeling it, leaning off balance, but true. Tim Hardaway Jr., 5 triples, 16 points, 9 of those points in a row here in the fourth quarter on 3 straight triples. Now the Heat need a score to take the lead back with a minute to play in overtime.
Jimmy lost his shoe.
1 shoe for Butler, and 1 point behind is Miami.
Oh, no.
Bam. To the basket with 3 on the shot clock. Got to put it up. Butler with a 1 rebound and score. 1 shoe on, 2 points in, and the Heat lead by 1 with 40 seconds left. Cunningham puts the Pistons ahead by 1. 125-124. 36 seconds left. Well, this amazing game roars on. A triple-double, by the way, for Cade Cunningham. 20 points, 18 assists, and 11 boards. Hero, an open 3. He missed it. And the rebound of Duren with 20 seconds left. They
Got a foul. Got a foul. How did they not call that a foul?
Clock stops with 15.9 seconds left. Well, you've got to give the Pistons a lot of credit. They look dead in the water when the Heat scored the first 6 points of the overtime, but they have battled back.
He'd have to press up here. This is not a bonus scenario here. So Heat are going to have to press up, go for the steal. You don't get the basketball, you got to foul right away if you're Miami.
Duncan Robinson picking up that foul. Miami needs a takeaway here. A 1-point Pistons lead.
Switch some of these screen actions.
They got to call a timeout.
They used their last timeout there. Good defense by Miami on the face guard.
Crazy crazy game. Wild and competitive adventure. Come on back for the finish. 55 points. He's tied his career high with 18 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, no turnovers. And a moment ago, with one shoe on and one shoe off, a putback score that momentarily gave Miami the lead. Cunningham with a quick score back the other way. And that'll be Pistons ball with just under 16 seconds left. They have a 1-point lead. So what's the defensive strategy again for Miami?
Got to, pressure as much as possible. Go for the steal here. If you don't get the steal, you got to foul right away.
Right away, Junior will inbound in the front court.
Love to see more of a contest on the ball to take away any easy pass.
Oh, into the backcourt, threw it away. Hero with the steal. 14 seconds left in the game. Unbelievable. Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout with 9.4 seconds left. The Pistons turning the ball over inexplicably for the 22nd time. That was a terrible inbounds pass. Gives Miami a silver platter opportunity to win the game on the last possession of overtime.
This is just mental breakdown here. Trying to lead the pass instead of giving it right to the initial catch there. I think it was Beasley. Tim Hardaway Jr. actually threw it into the backcourt. I don't know what he was thinking.
22 points. Actually, 28 points off 22 Detroit turnovers. That was gift wrap for Hero. Thought about an immediate three. Eric Spoelstra takes the timeout, and John, the Heat don't need a three. You don't need a three. Even free throws would help. They're down by 1. Where do you see this going?
Yeah, huge amount of time left. So, they advance the ball to the front court. They have 9.4 seconds. Look to get the ball into Tyler or Jimmy. Again, running a play, trying to get them something going to the basket. Again, I don't think you need to shoot any kind of crazy step back three here. Getting to the rim on a hard drive or even a pull-up runner or a pull-up jump shot. Okay here. 2 points wins it.
John, I know Hero's been the guy late in games, but my gut tells me that's the man that should have the ball. His ability to get free throws could come in really handy at this point.
I will tell you this, the referees, it's going to have to be a really clear, hard foul for them to make a call here. You got to go to the basket and try to score and not anticipate a foul call here.
All right, Duncan will inbound as he tried to execute a late game maneuver. The lob in for Butler, makes the catch, goes up, missed it, gets it back, and a foul with 6.4 seconds left. I knew he could do it. Butler will go to the line with 2 shots, and the Heat down by 1 point and 6.4 seconds left in overtime.
Credit Duncan, too. That was not an easy pass over the top. Oh, they're calling it on the ground, so it's not a 2-shot foul.
Oh my. So no free throws for Butler. 6.4 seconds left. The Heat side inbounds from the offensive end. Got to do it again. Hero flash free. Gets it. Got to hurry, Tyler. 3 seconds left. A long three for the win. And the game ends. The Pistons, for the 2nd time this year, beat the Heat in overtime. 125-124. Despite the 17th triple-double in Jimmy Butler's career. Well, the Heat needed 2. Tyler Hero went for 3 with time running out. And that's how close the Heat came to an overtime walk-off win. The first time since the 2018-2019 season that the Heat lose 2 games in a season to the Pistons, both in overtime this year.